Right now, Israel and Iran are at war.
The regime doesn't know what hit them. They don't know what will hit them.
Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, vowed severe revenge.
Not in shadows, not with proxies, not with deniability. This time it's direct, state versus state. And honestly, the consequences are already echoing far beyond the Middle East. The United States is now deeply involved, oil markets are rattling, Pakistan is on edge, and global powers, from China to Europe, are bracing for what comes next. This isn't just another regional conflict. This war has the potential to redraw alliances, choke global trade, and trigger a far broader crisis. So let's break it down. The escalation started months ago with drone attacks, cyber sabotage, and assassinations. But in May 2025, everything changed. Israel launched a direct strike targeting Iran's main leaders, hitting key sites in the heart of Tehran. In response, Iran fired a barrage of missiles deep into Israeli territory. No proxies, no ambiguity. What's happening now is open warfare, the first of its kind between these two regional powers in modern history. The United States hasn't declared war, but its presence is unmistakable. U.S. Navy destroyers in the eastern Mediterranean are intercepting missiles headed for Israel. American radars and satellites are feeding real-time intelligence to the IDF. Quietly, U.S. logistics aircraft are landing in Israel with ammo and tech. Washington says it's defensive support. But in Tehran's eyes, it's an act of war. And now, U.S. bases across Iraq, Kuwait, and Bahrain are bracing for retaliation. Iran isn't trying to win a short war, it's playing the long game. Yes, it's firing back with missiles, but it's also activating Hezbollah, stirring unrest in Iraq, and using the Houthis in Yemen to pressure the Red Sea. And most dangerously, it's threatening the world's energy lifeline, the Strait of Hormuz. Every day, around 20% of the world's oil passes through this narrow waterway. Iran doesn't even need to close it completely. Just the threat, laying a few mines, staging naval drills, issuing vague warnings, is enough to send oil prices soaring. After Iran hinted at disruption last week, Brent crude jumped nearly 7%, nearing $80 a barrel. Analysts say that a full closure could push prices to $120 to $150 per barrel. In a worst-case scenario, over $200. That means higher costs for fuel, food, and freight across the globe. Here's where it gets more dangerous. Iran has warned that any country helping Israel will be treated as a combatant. That includes Pakistan, if it allows United States aircraft to pass through its airspace or bases. If Pakistan sides, even quietly, with Israel or the United States, Iran might retaliate. That could mean missile strikes, cyber sabotage, or support for unrest in Pakistan's already fragile provinces. Pakistan is a nuclear state. Iran is a regional superpower. A conflict between them would not be local. It would be catastrophic. The world's major powers are calculating carefully. China, a top buyer of Iranian oil, is pushing for de-escalation, but staying neutral. India is caught in a bind friendly with Israel, but energy dependent on Iran. Europe is worried about oil shocks, refugee flows, and another inflation wave. And Russia, watching from the sidelines, quietly benefiting from high oil prices. Meanwhile, shipping companies are rerouting tankers, airlines are adjusting routes, and investors are scrambling to protect assets. This isn't just about missiles flying over Tel Aviv or Tehran. This war could reshape the balance of power in the Middle East, redraw global energy routes, and pull in countries far from the front lines. The United States is already involved. Iran is playing its economic and proxy cards. Pakistan, China, and even Europe might be forced to choose sides, whether they want to or not. So no, this isn't a distant war in a far-off region. This is the kind of conflict that changes the world, quietly then all at once, lad. If you want to understand how modern wars affect real life, not just soldiers and borders but economies, politics, and everyday people, subscribe. This story is just beginning, and it may not end where you think it will.